In this short video, I'll show you how to do students t-test when you're comparing two means. This is a simple data set where I have my participants in one column and with their pre and post measurements. The pre could be a test score, or it could be weight, or whatever variables you are measuring before and after a treatment. It could be a pre and post test. It could be looking at weights, or maybe you're looking at temperature, or whatever variable, but it means each individual is two measurements. So what I do first usually is to do some descriptive statistics first, so that I have an idea on the data. So again, I'll start by going to File, Options, then Add-ins to make sure that I have a tool spec that I need. Then I go to Manage Excel Add-ins and I click Go. Then on the add-ins available, I choose all the available add-ins because I will use them for other analysis. So I click OK. Now I'm ready to do my t-test. So I want to start with my descriptive statistics first. So I click on Data Analysis under Data tab, which is on the right. Then here I want to start by looking at some descriptive statistics first. I click Descriptive Statistics and OK. On the input range, my descriptive statistics is for this range. So I'm just collecting the data where I need to do the descriptive statistics. Then output range is where I want it to be displayed. I want to be displayed somewhere here. Then it's summary statistics. Then I click OK. Then this is my descriptive statistics, indicating the variables. So column A is representing the pre, column B is representing the post. So it's showing me the mean for the pre-test and the mean for the post-test. So this is important because it gives me an idea to say by visual inspection what are the means for the pre and what is the mean for the post. It gives me some idea. And then the count, how many participants do I have? For pre is 21, for post is 21. So these are important. Then the minimum, maximum counts, and so forth. Now I want to do my t-test. So I go again to Data Analysis. Then I scroll down to choose the t-test. I want to start by the page two sample means, because I want to compare all the t-tests just to have an idea on which one will give me which type of data. So I start with this one. I go to OK. Then the variable range for one. So here I select my variables for pre, and then for the second one I select my variables for the post. Then the output range is just asking me where I want to put the findings or the results. So I want the results to be put here. And on the alpha, I want alpha of 0.05. This is the default, but it's also important for the significant table to say when the values or the p-value is significant at 0.05, that's strong enough for my data. So I click OK, and here it gives me the results. But as I said, I also want to do another t-test where I'm assuming that the variances are the same. So I go here and select two tail sample, assuming that there is equal variances between the variables. I click OK, and my data ranges again. I go range 1 is my pre. I select my pre. Then range 2 is my post. I select my post. Then the output range, I want it to be displayed somewhere here. Then I click OK. It's now displayed. Then I want to do another one where I'm assuming that the variances are not the same. So I go back to data analysis. My student t-test, 2 samples assuming unequal variances. I click OK. Again, range 1, I'm going to select my pre. Then range 2, I select my post. Then for output range, I want them to be displayed here. Then I click OK. And before I forget, I know my variable 1 is pre. Variable 1 is pre. Variable 1 is pre. My variable 2 is my post. My variable 2 is my post. Variable 2 is my post. Then the second step is to look at the significance. To say, when I look at the p-value, is there any significant difference between the pre and post measurements? When I look at the 2 sample means, the p-value is not showing me any significant difference between pre and post. But when I look at my means for pre and post, they are showing some difference. So the idea is to say, are these differences of these 2 means significantly different? With the paired 2 sample for means, it's not showing me any significant findings. But then when I do the student t-test, assuming that there is equal variances, when I look at the p-value, the p-value is less than 0.05. It means that there is a significant difference between the pre and post. Then when I look again at my student t-test, assuming unequal variances, again there is a significant difference between the pre and post test scores. So it's also important to do descriptive statistics first, then compare the means, the pre and post using student t-test. Any test which suits your data. And for my data here, the sample size is pretty small, it's about 22. Usually you need a larger sample size for you to get meaningful findings, but the data that I have here is just for demonstration purposes. I hope you found this video useful.